Coach Cunningham, the gift that keeps on giving. First, let me tell you, how's Devin Alexander doing?
Oh, he's doing great. He's bounced back from going through the little issues that he had to go through. And he's bounced back real good. He's got another big fight coming up in June. So
okay.
So
have you announced the opponent yet?
We know who it is, but we ain't made
Okay. What was your thoughts going through that when you heard the draw?
Oh, it was crazy. But I had a eerie feeling that something like that might happen. Fighting a popular Mexican in El Paso, basically in Mexico. So
black men get no love over there, huh?
Yeah. So it happened. But the fans seen the fight, the world saw the fight. Everybody know Devin won the fight, so we got to keep it moving.
Now, moving forward, how did the connection with you and Adrian Broner? I saw him on your podcast maybe like late last year. You guys were pretty consistent at that, but talk about how it came about. Hey, maybe we can work together in our next fight.
Well, actually, I've been knowing AB since he was like 8 years old, 65 pounds. And I've worked with Mike Stafford in several fights. In several of AB's fights, I've assisted Mike Stafford. So we've always been close for years. And he just felt the need to make a change the scenery, and just try to get it together. And he called me and asked me if I would take the lead, and here we are.
And how was camp? First, let me I'll tell you after. But how was camp from day one to today? How's camp been in terms of? Obviously, the public would say you might have to break Adrian Broner down, build them up, or add to. I don't know what language you use or what type of tactics you use, but elaborate on that.
Camp was tremendous. AB is a hard worker. He's been in camp with me before.
What fight?
He was in camp when Devin fought Tim Bradley. AB was in camp with us, and hard worker. But success, money. You kind of put yourself in another position, and you kind of start doing things a little differently. So he just had to, I just basically had to reel him back in and get him back focused on the important things in terms of training and getting your career back on track. And he got with the program. He worked hard. He had an 8-week full. Actually 9 weeks of training camp, and it was a great camp. We had a great camp. He worked his ass off. He's ready to go. AB's gonna be AB. He's gonna do his thing, but he worked his ass off, and he's ready for the fight.
What's the real in the move with Adrian Broner? He said AB's gonna be AB. What's the nugget that said, okay, how to reel him back in? And
well, first of all, you gotta be somebody that he trusts, first of all, and respects. And that's what most fighters. They gotta trust you and respect you. And if he trusts you and respects you, he'll listen. So he listened, he worked hard. But when I say AB is gonna be AB, when I say AB is gonna be AB is going to be the personality that he is. He's gonna be the fun, joking, larger than life personality. You can tinker with some things, but you can't change everything. And he's like I said, he's promoted this fight like crazy. But now it's time to close the deal in the ring.
I saw a video Saturday, and I did a video on it this past Sunday. I said this was the first time in over 2 years that I've seen joy in Adrian Broner's face. I don't know how that correlates to the ring. I definitely hope it correlates to his life, but it was the first time where I saw him smile and it looked organic. You know what I mean? Because and I was rather pleased that, and actually did a positive video about you. I said, I don't know Kevin Cunningham. I met you one time. I'll tell you about that later. And but I was like, you must be doing an amazing job down there with him, because to get Adrian Broner to smile from a joyful place, it's challenging.
I mean, and then he's here at the fight. He's healthy. It wasn't a starve yourself to make weight type situation. He did everything the right way.
He said he was on weight yesterday.
Yeah, he was. He was actually a pound underweight yesterday. Yeah.
So
You gave him an apple?
I mean, he had a fruit bowl.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, he did everything the right way, and I mean, I think you're gonna see the transformation. And it's gonna correlate to what he does in the ring on Saturday night.
I saw you watching the press conference from afar, like you were like his godfather of sorts. What were your thoughts yesterday? What were your thoughts yesterday when you saw it? It went viral. Obviously, you know it went viral. The press conference went viral with him and Leonard Ellaby. What were your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of personal feelings there in that situation, so it kind of came out on stage, and you know, he felt a certain type of way, and he expressed it at the press conference. So that's all I got to say to that.
Sure. What does Adrian Broner bring to the ring that quite possibly could give Jesse Vargas problems moving forward?
Well, I think AB is the faster guy out of the two. I think he's the stronger guy out of the two. And I think he's the better boxer and the better puncher of the two. Now, he has to go in there and execute. From a mental standpoint, that has to take place. But if he's on point and his mind is focused, he's the better boxer of the two. He's the bigger puncher of the two. Jesse Vargas is a damn good fighter. He's good in most areas, but he's not special in any. He's not an overwhelming puncher. He doesn't have exceptional speed. So,
how important is this fight for Adrian Broner's career?
This fight is extremely important for Adrian Broner's career. You know, this is almost do or die.
I also said, I actually did an article a couple weeks ago. I said this is a 0 fight for Adrian Broner. He goes from having 6 zeros to quite possibly having 5 zeros on his next fight, next paydays, and stuff like that.
I agree with that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And because the antics is cool now, but we've seen it already.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. But now you have to. That's fine. That's great. He's almost a genius when it comes to marketing himself. But you have to close the deal on fight night. And I think he's going to do that, sir.
What's your last words for Adrian Broner before you guys walk down to the ring? What's your last words?
Well, you did everything I asked you to do in camp. Let's go out here and handle our business. And that's pretty much all that needs to be said.
What's the correlation between being a police officer to training? People know you as a no-nonsense guy, you know what I mean? Pretty straightforward. What's the correlation, and how do you put stuff from police officer to actually training?
I'm a military guy also.
Okay, dope.
Yeah, I was in the Army. I was on the Army boxing team in Fort Bragg.
Oh, okay.
So I was in military. I'm a military guy. Everybody knows I was ex-police officer. So I'm just that type of guy. I'm about business, and I have fun just like everybody else. But when it's time to take care of business, you can't mix fun and partying and having a good time with taking care of business. When it's time to take care of business, let's take care of business. Once the business is handled, let's go have a good time. A lot of people can't distinguish the two, and they want to try to run them together, and that's how the business gets screwed up.
Okay. One of my final questions. I was a school teacher for 7 years, and I remember sometimes I would get kids that were challenging, per se. What was that moment at camp when you said, I got him? He's listening. I got his full attention.
Well, it wasn't in this camp. Like I said, I've been around him for years, and every time I get him one-on-one, he listens to me. It's not like I'm the only guy he listens. That's not what I'm saying. But it's just something about our relationship
that he knows I'm keeping it 100 with him at all times.
I see you getting emotional. Your eyes, your eyes are telling the story right now.
Yeah. So you know, it's always been that way with us.
Okay, that leads me to say, how soon you wish you would have had him 6 years ago then? 7 years ago. I see your eyes tell me that.
I don't want to.
Not stepping on someone's foot. I'm not saying that.
Yeah, but you know, maybe we should have, you know,
co-trained or something like that. I'll bail you out a little bit. Yeah. And last, obviously, I got to ask you about Tank. You're his lead trainer in this fight. So you're his one.
Yeah, for this fight.
How was Tank in camp?
Tremendous.
His punch combination looked amazing on 25-8. I was like, Jesus, he's God gifted.
He is a talented kid. He works his butt off.
Speaking of the devil,
how you doing, sir?
he's angry. He's hungry.
And he's gonna put on a show Saturday night.
I believe it. I believe he'll put on a show.
He's ready.
If you come out of this thing 2-0, your phone gonna be off the hook for fighters. You know what I mean? Because you've done something that, and I say that as a black man, that I've wished upon Adrian Broner for a long time. You know what I mean? Accountability. You understand what I'm saying? If you do this with Adrian Broner, because I'll be honest, I had a conversation with Adrian Broner I've had 10 conversations with Adrian Broner. Look him in the eye. I never let him walk away from me without giving him an antidote or two. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I told him yesterday. I says, people like me, before I tell you, my hearts are rooting for you, and our pockets are not. You know what I mean? Like the lack of trust. There's a disconnect between what you look like and what you represent, and actually putting forth in action. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that go ahead.
Levi, hold up. Let me finish this. Go ahead.
All right. What you do, if you do this Saturday night, I just think you're a godsend. You know what I mean?
Appreciate
competitive. If he punches 500 punches, it's not the win, it's the effort.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. And that's what I've been pressing.
You understand? Yeah. If he throws 500-600 punches, it's like, we ain't seen this shit since 35.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So good luck, man. Go enjoy your breakfast. It was a pleasure
talking
to you. I met you I'll tell you how I met you